Hello everybody, April 15th, 2023. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin. First, what I said on Monday. The bullish scenario has basically been pared down pretty much just to that accelerated blue count that I was looking at. So basically what we need to know, I said, is that as long as 28,850 holds, then the bulls should be shooting for a minimum of 34K. Obviously, we haven't quite seen that yet, but we are above 30, and it's looking promising. So eventually this will hopefully lead us to about 48K. And this is going to be the initial move off the low. If we do this, that 48K is the initial move. It's a larger first degree. And then we would expect a pullback into the 20 and 30Ks again, which again is the ideal buying time, because from there we'd be heading up to 130 to 200. Now that is not proven yet. Obviously we need to have it continue to follow the wave structure. And the bear scenario we cannot ignore. If Bitcoin breaks below 28,850, the bulls have failed pretty horribly. So hopefully we stay above that so we can have the bull scenario. That'd be great. But if not, if 28,850 breaks, then it does bring the possibility back of 10K. So let's take a look. All right. So what we have here, again, I have the orange scenario still on here, even though I don't think it's really playing out anymore. So we're just going to look at blue for the bullish scenario. Here's our wave 1 and our wave 2. Then we've got our 3, 4, and 5 right there to finish off the first wave off of the low there, up into that 24K region. Then we had an expanding flat ABC over for this wave 2 right here, and now we are working on wave 3. So based on this fib extension, which is this right here, the blue fib extension I have drawn, our wave 3 right here should be targeting at least 36.3 to 40.4 for that wave 3, and that's right here, the 1382 to the 1618. So then we're just trying to discern, kind of what happens within this wave 3, what's happening within this. And the accelerated blue count said that this is the 1, 2 right here, and now we're in this 3 of that 3, right? So we're shooting for about 36.2 to 38.9 for circle 3 right here, based on the fib extension from 1, 2. And then within this we have a little baby 1, 2 right here, working on this 3. Okay, so you can see what I was talking about with nested 1 and 2, and a nested 1 and 2, and then another nested 1 and 2. So lots of 1 and 2s here. And then we're going to 3, right? So this parentheses 3 of 3 of 3 is, where we are right now. Target for that is 34, 340 to 35.9 at least. And then even more micro, we have this 1, 2 right here, and that is this circle 3 of 3 of 3 of 3. We're looking for 31.080 to 31.8 for that, which we have not yet reached. But we might get extension on that based on the even more micro, so I'll zoom into that. I hope this is all making sense. We're trying to discern the microwave counts within each of these little waves. So this, being that little micro third, I was looking for 5 waves within it, and I see 1, 2, 3. I believe we're in 4 right now, and then we should see a 5 up, 5 of 3. And that 5 looks like about 31.850 to 32.350 is the ideal target for that, meaning we might get an extension on this target, right? We might get kind of the higher end of that or even above that target, which is really good because honestly, this was not quite looking like it was going to line up to give us this target here. It looked like, you know, we might be a little bit lower than the ideal. So anyway, extensions are good. So let's zoom in really tight here. So this box right here is the ideal fourth wave target based on a fib drawn from 3, this micro 3 to 2. And you can see right here between the 618 and the 786 is the ideal target. That's why I have that drawn there. And then this orange line I have at the 0.5 fib. So that's the 29,300. Fourth waves really shouldn't sustain below that 0.5. I've said in the past they shouldn't break below, which is technically correct, but we have seen actually multiple times now Bitcoin spike that line and then go up anyway. So I'm not using that as a hard stop anymore. I'm using that as a warning signal. And then let me show you why this is here. This is actually the line in the sand for me, and I believe it's, let me see if it's this fib extension. Yes, it's this fib extension here for this 1 and 2. We've gone above the 1.0 pretty substantially, and that means we definitely should not break below the 618. And whereas this is a warning line, the 618 here at about 28.9-ish, that's not a warning, that's a clear get out. So that is the line in the sand for sure, but below 29.3 would make me a little bit more cautious. Until or unless that happens, I am expecting that we get one more move down here to this box, and let me show you again, we're getting even more micro now. ABC down and 4 is what we should see. Here is A, here is B, probably. I mean, it's possible that it goes up from here, of course, but you know, because we did spike into that green box. But I'm assuming we get one more wave down, and this is the 618 to 1236 is the ideal target for a C wave, with really the ideal target being right here at about 29,570 at the 1.0 extension. So short term, very short term, I'm looking probably for a move down. I'm not shorting, but I will be looking for additional buys in this area. And then from there, you know, initial target is this red box. And that would be for 5 of 3. And we'll just have to see how high up we can get there in that 5 of 3. But you can see we've got, you know, we're in a series of third waves here, and if we're going to see extensions, this is where we're going to see it. So it's certainly possible that we extend here and kind of blow through that, and then maybe get a light pullback for 4, and then instead of hitting, you know, just up to 35.9, maybe we get extension on that third wave, and then a little pullback, and then maybe we get extension on that. It's certainly possible. So this is not the time to short. If we break below 28.8, I'm going to be looking for shorts. Right now is not the time for shorts. These third waves can really extend and really, really start getting strong. So even though, you know, if it was going to play out ideally, it would kind of look like this, with a series of, you know, 3, 4, 5 of 3, 4, 5 of 3, 4, 5, right? It would kind of get this really choppy upwards motion with lots of pullback opportunities. You don't necessarily need to see that during these third waves. As I said, we might see some more direct extensions. I wouldn't be surprised for this to really just kind of truck upwards into the upper 30s without much in the way of pullbacks. You know, it might just be minor pullbacks along the way. So again, that's why I'm not looking at shorting. I am just looking at accumulating longs, buying some more Bitcoin along the way. And then eventual target for our fifth wave, if there are no extensions, no extensions that bring us above like 40.3 basically. The ideal location is right here, 43K to 47.9, give or take, with really this 47.9 being what I want to see based on this one and this 2 being so high. I really want to see it hit that 47.9 area as the eventual target for this. So we'll see. You know, it's not out of the question that we get a big pullback, you know, especially like maybe right here from this 3 to this 4. That may be pretty substantial. It might be 43 all the way down to 33 or even a little bit lower. That is certainly a possibility before we get that final move up. It doesn't have to happen though, and again, it could be a light pullback before we get that move up. So again, just be cautious, especially if you're trying to short. But this is looking very, very bullish. I am bullish as long as we remain above 28,850, as I've said many times now. So that's the update for tonight. We'll see what weekend action brings, and then Monday action, I will touch base with you again on Monday evening, and we'll see where we are. Hopefully, we will have completed this little micro correction, and we should hopefully be pushing upwards into that 32 range, you know, early next week. All right, everybody, have a good night. I'll talk to you on Monday.